On ABC 27, welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show. 1-877-99-NOLS, toll-free number, 1-877-996-6537. And during the break, quarterback is named, we were just talking about quarterbacks. Bart Starr's name came out here. You know, Bart Starr was pretty effective when it came to playoff games, wasn't he?
He really was. Green Bay. Played in Alabama from Birmingham.
You would know we have a Green Bay fan in the audience.
I was from Birmingham, but he played.
We have a Green Bay fan.
Exactly right. 3 NFL titles and 5 overall, right? He won 5 overall. Vince did 5 in 9 years. And the championship.
We're talking football tonight. You know that. Here on the Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show. And Bart Starr's name comes on a list of great quarterbacks that have played collegiately and in the NFL. We have another question from a member of our audience. And Bob is here at every single show.
Every time.
And Bob, you're on the air live. Go ahead.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, Bob.
My question, I've seen a lot of football in my time, but the question I have is the kicker. When he gets ready to kick off, he squeezes the ball, sometimes in for in, sometimes side to side, different ones. I've even seen one shove it in the ground. Why do they do that?
They don't know. I'll promise you this. It's something they've done, and after they did it, they hit it well one time and made a kick, so it's a superstition that they do. It's a routine. And most of them all have the same routine over and over and over again. If you ask them exactly, because tell me expression, you ain't knocking no air out of it. And you ain't doing it sticking in the ground, so it's usually a route. It's like most guys that get that are batters in baseball. All got the same routine. How many times they flip their gloves, how many times it gets in a routine, and that gets them in a rhythm, and mentally they get locked in. And most of the time, it's like guys shooting foul shots. Guys get up there, the same routine, same dribble, same foot place, and they couldn't tell you, Bob. Hey, let me tell you what, I ain't trying to figure out no kicker. I'm not trying to figure out. I told him I ain't getting in the head of no kicker because I tried that one time, and it thoroughly gave me a headache.
Well, Roberto Aguayo, whatever he is doing.
If they kick it where he's kicking it, just whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. Okay. Bob, thanks for the question about kickers. And Florida State just happens to have the best kicker in college football, Roberto Aguayo. Another caller from Tallahassee. Let's talk with Karen. Karen, you're on the air with Jimbo. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Hi, Gene.
Hey, Karen.
Well, my first question was about the running game, and you've touched on that and what we can do to improve it and get it fired up. Now, my second question was going to be about Coach Trickett, and I'm glad he's back and doing well. So I'm down to my third question.
All right.
With the recruiting classes that we get, inevitably there are players that want to be released. We've got a quarterback at Alabama. We've got Clint Trickett at West Virginia. When they come to you and they say, I want to be released, is it an automatic, or do you try to talk them out of it, or do you say no? Do you bench them? How does that all work?
No, I don't bench them. I mean, I always have an open door policy for kids to come ask me what their status was, what's going on. We meet with them 2 or 3 different times a year to assess where I think their development is, where they fit in the program, what I think they need to improve on, things they do well. We do that. But then, during the season, we'll have private meetings. If I see guys, drifting or good or bad, I'll call them in and we'll do that. But that every circumstance is different. The big reason I want to know why you want to make a change. You know what I'm saying? And if kids have really thought it out, because today we all want to change for change. And I think that's a thing you got to be very careful over these young men is don't let them change for change. If they got a reason, they got a legitimate reason, they got not necessarily a complaint or a situation they're backed up on a depth chart or they want it. I want to know why. Don't change for change, because I think if you ever do that, you continually do that, and it becomes a bad habit in your life. And a lot of them, like I say, I don't ever stop anybody from doing anything. And because there's a process they go through, and they can transfer if they want to. I don't try to hinder guys from doing things, because at the end of the day, I'm proud that Jacob Cook was doing well at Alabama. I'm proud that Clint Trickett's doing well at West Virginia. I'm proud that other guys. We're in this game. It's not personal. We're all invested. And it's like I try to tell everybody, whether the president, you're the AD, or the head coach, none of us have a job if it wasn't for the kids. We're all here for the kids at the end of the day. Now, there's hard lessons to learn. You coach them. You do the things you got to do in life. But you got to get them to develop and just ask them, why do you want to do this? What are you gaining? What are you losing? What are the circumstances? And we try to talk through the whole scenario, and then we try to make an intelligent decision. And sometimes I try to help them go somewhere. Where Coach, what do you think? Well, you want me to call somebody? You want me this coach or whatever? And I try to help them. But at the end of the day, it's not personal. We want all of our kids to do well.
All right, Karen, there is your answer, and thank you for your telephone call. Calling from Tallahassee, 99 Knolls. A reminder from Budweiser, great times are waiting. Designate a driver. The Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show, presented by Napleton Infinity, live from 4 Points by Sheridan, will continue after these messages.